We're still very good friends. Talk to him every day.
You're one of these women that divorced your husband and then you still stay involved with it. But ma'am, that was not the question you asked. You asked about going on to another man. I can rewind the tape.
Flashback.
I don't need to have a high value man. I just want a good man. I want companionship.
Okay.
I want a man that is a Christian. And with that being said, how is that hard for me to find?
End of flashback.
That's what you call an ass. When you divorced your husband, he should have shut the door on you. And your only interaction would have been specifically regarding the children. He should not be talking to you ever, other than other than directly relating the children. Yet you're still getting his non-sexual attention. He is still speaking to you as like he's not in your house, but he's in your life. You're not cut out for another man. I can't think of it. No other man should even want to talk. Why don't you just apologize and go ask your husband to take you back?
We are discussing that.
No. Why don't you go apologize and ask your husband to take you back?
One of the sad bits about modern relationships is that women want all they want from men and expect it with extra, but they're not willing to give what men want. They want to give men way less than men actually want from them. For instance, most women nowadays have either given themselves to so many men and oftentimes given their wombs to a lot of men. Even if they haven't had a child yet for him, they already got pregnant for him and terminated it. They've already given their womb to a man. They've already had some of his DNA embedded in her, because once a fetus is formed, the baby is formed in there. The baby shares the DNA from the man to the woman and it stays in her. But this is the bit we have to deal with. And if you're a smart man, if she's given a womb to another man, there's no way in hell you should give her all you can give her, because she's given you way less than you want from her. Let's go.
Of the adulterous woman drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil, but in the end she is bitter as gall, sharp as a double-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps lead straight to the grave. She gives no thought to the way of life, her paths wander aimlessly, but she does not know it. God forbid this happens. Will it be fun if this open relationship ends up causing things to fall apart down the line, if one of you guys finds yourself in an entanglement, so to speak, with somebody who you might find a deeper connection with than the other person? Like, if that causes that probably wouldn't be very fun.
No, it would be horrible, and it would be sad.
Do you guys have a high degree of confidence that your marriage will last for decades?
I mean, I married her without a prenup, so I fucking hope so.
And guess what happened to Destiny? She did exactly what she did to the guy she was with when she met him. That's exactly what she did to him. The only worst bit is he married her, and without a prenup, like he said. He thought she could stay. He thought it was fine if other men slept with this woman. You cannot get with a woman who's adulterous or is promiscuous. The Bible says it. All cultures have said it. All religions say it. You're picking a woman that's a bad bet, and she's going to ruin you. She is lost, because women cannot have many men and be okay. It does not work. They get insane and they mess up. But you know what? You can decide to not listen, and you can try it out for yourself. Hopefully you come out of it with some sense, but most likely you're going to get wrecked.
A man doesn't want to raise a kid that he thought was his and finds out that kid isn't his. That's our biggest fear.
That's just a dumb fear, honestly.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Because there's like bigger things in the world, like
me?
dying. He could raise her son to be such a noble man that regardless if his wife or whatever did cheat and he wanted to take the responsibility of raising that kid, that is a high value man to me.
He had no choice. Remember? No.
He always has a choice.
Noble, right?
Yeah.
Do you have high standards in men?
Yeah.
You want a man that makes more money than you?
Yep. It doesn't matter. I would hope so.
Stronger than you?
Yeah.
You said teach you things, so more competent than you?
Yeah.
Okay. More status than you?
That doesn't matter.
You want a guy that's better than you in most metrics, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How about you be noble and go date the homeless guy downstairs?
I could. That's not a problem.
But
I could build him up.
Hold on. But why don't you do it though?
What you want?
I don't have the time right now to do that.
Cool, and I don't have time to raise kids that aren't mine.
Hey.
That's a choice, exactly. That's a choice. So
Firstly, if she's already given a womb to another man and she's produced children for him, that is her man. That would always remain her man. She's already connected with him for life, even if she's not sleeping with him. And most women who have baby daddies still let them hit, no matter how they try and hide it from you. You can lie to yourself all you want, but he's most likely hitting. 9.5 times out of 10 he is hitting. But you're going to be number 3 or 4 on the list, depending on how many children she has, including a man. And if we take the children out, you're going to be number 2 man, and onwards if she has more baby daddies. Now let's even forget about the ones with kids. Most women are hung up on a man. They've been alpha widowed by a specific man, and some of them even multiple men, because they've had so many male DNA in them, they cannot forget about those men. What happens is you're going to be just another man. You're never going to be her man, and she's going to be hung up on him, and she's going to find a way to try and leave or cheat, because you're not enough for her. It's best if you find a woman that you're her number 1.
One of the most consistent things I see on this app is that a woman becomes a reflection of how a man is treating her. And I think that's total bullshit. Because women will act how they want to act regardless of whether or not the men in their lives are good or bad. They treat a lot of their friends like shit. They treat a lot of their coworkers like shit. And it all depends on what mood they're in. Like, this whole idea just takes away accountability from the women because, again, it's the man's fault for how they're reacting or how they're behaving. When there's plenty of women out here with good-ass men that treat them like shit and drag them through the mud. You see it time and time again. But the problem is that those men are not online bitching about how they gave women the world and they lost everything for it. It's the women that are online bitching about how toxic and narcissistic their exes are. And just for the record, there's plenty of days that I'm not a perfect human being. But if I choose to go take it out on my man and he's done nothing wrong, then that's not a reflection of how he's treating me. It means that it's a reflection of how I'm choosing to treat him, which is disrespectfully. This whole idea always takes away accountability for women and deflects blame right back onto the men. Like, just imagine for a second those roles were reversed and the saying was that men become a reflection of how women are treating them. Because women don't plan the dates. Women don't go out of their way to do nice gestures for men. Their idea of doing nice gestures is picking up a stocking because they're already at the store. And the reality is that if these men try to be vulnerable with a woman, if she shuts him down that very first time, he's never going to try to be vulnerable with her again. And is that not a reflection of how she's treated him? Or is that just one-sided? Okay, bye.
And another reminder that you didn't fall in love. You didn't. You fell in love with the idea of what that person would be like with you in the future. Marriage is a covenantal sacrament that keeps you from running for when that feeling wears off. That's why the covenant is so important. Those of us who have been through divorce, one of the things that makes us just flabbergasted is that the other party gave up on the covenant when things got hard or when they changed their mind. Again, believe actions, never words.
So to conclude, if she's given her body, her heart, her womb, her mind, and her soul to a lot of different men, she has the skill sets and the record of not being able to stay in a relationship. So she's going to break your covenant or the covenant she's made with you. Are you going to pick someone with a track record of leaving? Because if she had a good record of being with men, she wouldn't have had a lot of men in her life. You would have been at most number 3, maybe 1 or 2. And she would have stuck with you. But if she's had a lot of them, that's all she knows how to do, and she'll be willing and ready to move on to the next one. Alright, that's it for this video. Please like the video, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And please do not give your life away to women undeserving of everything you have to offer. Until next time,